Last Day on Earth had a ton of potential, more than any other mobile game I have found. It also advertised that it had multiplayer and co-op, so I couldn't resist trying it out. I ended up dropping all other plans and focused only on Last Day on Earth, playing for hours every day. The game hardly had any features, but I was willing to stick through its development. Now guys, keep this in mind. This game is in beta, which means the developers are testing features for the full release of the game, alright? So, soon after I started playing, the problems started to arise. The dev team increased their staff, but decreased the quantity of new content. They redesigned the bunker for casual players, and did not add any new floors for many months. They threw weapon balance out the door, and then they made level 3 walls like 50 times harder to obtain. The chopper gas tank was horribly introduced. I've farmed for it so many times that I never want to do it again. They still haven't addressed the zombie horde, which should either come once a week or should not be able to break level 2 walls. There are also tons of other small things that they've done wrong, but I don't want to make this video too long. Overall, they reduced the game to a stale grind that is unfulfilling and without reasonable reward. Now remember what I said about the game being in beta? Instead of the developers allowing players to test important additions to the game, like the chopper, new locations, level 3 and level 4 walls, the raiders, etc., they made it very hard, if not impossible, for most players to test these features out, essentially delaying the development of this incomplete game. Now that's bad, but the fact that they decided to capitalize on their horrible decisions is what pushed me over the edge. Making players pay for items that are being tested and could very well be removed or rendered irrelevant can almost be considered a scam. Tons of players that I know left simply because of the greed of the developers. Many could argue, hey, this is a business. They're simply trying to make money. What's wrong with that? Well, after 75 million players download a game that is nowhere near being finished, the devs better do a damn good job to respect their success and their player base and finish that game. Because almost no other games out there have had this much success on mobile. But what did they do? They used it as an opportunity to capitalize, and that is just wrong. These developers have made more than enough money from this game than they will ever need to develop this game and make a sequel. Finally, I want to talk about the biggest problem that I have with the developers: their lack of communication. They have their Ask the Dev columns where they choose to answer unnecessary questions and many times the same ones. They will occasionally hint at something new, which either doesn't come at all or they say it's coming soon. Coming soon is their favorite phrase. Soon, by their standards, means 4 to 8 months. They need to make dev streams more regularly, like once a month, which they even hinted at doing, and they need to inform us what they are working on. They also have a responsibility to inform us about delayed content when they claim it is coming soon. It's not worth sticking around and waiting anymore. I can't be expected to support these devs. Nobody should. But Storm, your channel has gained a lot of success thanks to them. You should appreciate that and remain loyal to the game. I would, if I only cared about money. Too bad I don't. I support games that I would want you guys to play as well. Games that have the most potential and have a developer team that are passionate about creating something amazing. That is no longer the case for Last Day on Earth, and so it is time for me to move